I think are going to start joining on Zoom. Okay. So you can pop your legs up and get on into that great restorative. I love this time of day when you can like lift the legs and transition from the day into your evening. So this year, the month of September marks one of the most auspicious festivals for Hindus, Ganesh Chaturthi. Celebrations for the 10-day festival will begin today, September 10th, and it marks the birth of Lord Ganesh, the god of wisdom and prosperity. So who doesn't need that? Everybody has a little bit of affinity for Ganesh. He's so big belly and big elephant head. And so he's considered a symbol of wisdom, writing, travel, commerce, and good fortune. And in Indian mythology, tells of the legend of the goddess Parvati creating baby Lord Ganesh using sandalwood paste and asking him to guard the entrance while she took a bath. When Lord Shiva arrived at the entrance and told Ganesh that he wanted to visit goddess Parvati, Ganesh refused to allow him to pass through. This made Lord Shiva angry, and enraged, he severed the child's head. When goddess Parvati realized what had happened, she was heartbroken. Seeing goddess Parvati overwhelmed with grief, Lord Shiva promised to bring baby Ganesh back to life. He instructed his followers to search for the head of the first living creature they could find. However, they could only find a baby elephant's head. And that is how Lord Ganesha came back to life with the head of an elephant. So a friend of mine texted me today and sent me like, happy Lord Ganesh Day. And I thought, wow, let's bring it into the practice. So just closing your eyes, I'll bring your eye pillow around. Take time to experiment with different arm positions. And just a few times you might open and close your mouth comfortably wide, stretching your jaw, releasing any tension in your face and your neck. And then a few times inhaling through the nose as you exhale, puff out your cheeks like Louis Armstrong. Again, I'll place your eye pillow over your eye. And this too, softening the cheeks like this, softening your jaw, relaxes your whole body. So it's fun to take some shortcuts in through these simple stress relieving techniques. And I'm going to start calling these sunset sessions because we get to just experience the light changing, dropping, moving, and ultimately for our Shavasana, it's almost dark. I kind of like that. So this is a specific mantra for this day. There's many variations, and this is one of the more subdued ones. Quite festive. You might even soften the corners of your mouth and just bathe yourself in a smile. Another beautiful day winding down. Let's come together, a few slow, deep breaths. Just dropping way back.
It's one of our fastest growing industries.
Well, that smelled good. Oh, gosh. Well, you've got the gist of that sweet melody. We'll switch it up. Those darn ads. And what we've been listening to anyway is a 741 megahertz powerful Ganesh mantra to remove negativity, cleanse mind and body of negative energy and toxins. So we'll just drop into the familiar. And just know that way over there in India, big celebrations for 10 days to come. So start to slide your arms overhead, stretching, reaching, and lengthening. Get really thin through your middle. Keep reaching, keep stretching. And release the arms resting above your head. And just feel the broadness of your upper back. The broadness across your chest. And let this opening, with the legs propped up, let this opening of effortlessness be your gauge throughout this practice. Even if something seems challenging, you want it to feel effortless at the same time. So always take my suggestions, my cues, and always make the pose your own. And let the feeling that you have right now set the bar to guide you through your practice. An easy breath, inhaling through your nose and back out again. Follow your breath in through your nose, down your throat, into your lungs, and back again. And then just straightening your arms, reach your fingertips. One more time, reaching, stretching, spread your fingers wide. You might feel your low back arching slightly off your mat. And release. With the legs propped up, a psoas release, that major hip flexor that attaches from the last rib deep along the spine to the front of the pelvis. Propping up the legs releases any tension there. Our fight or flight muscle, psoas. And when we relax the psoas, it's called like a bottom-up response. There's top-down responses, like the brain sending signals down into the body, and then there's the body sending signals back up to the brain. Bottom-up response. And when we affect the psoas like this, it's a bottom-up response to the brain, and it's like a loop of relaxation. And it takes a few minutes to get that response. And so it's nice to start the practice this way. Transitioning from out there to in here. Still aware of the sounds in the room and the air on your skin. Present in this moment with your breath, right here, right now. And as thoughts might enter your mind, maybe your to-do list or things that happened today, just let them float by as if they were clouds overhead in the sky. Just bringing your awareness back to your breath, the sounds in the room, the air on your skin, this present moment. And then slowly draw your hands down to remove your eye pillow and just place it off to the side. You can rest your hands anywhere. Just a few times, we're going to roll the head side to side, dropping one ear to the floor and then the other. And just stretching the neck, checking in with your neck, your shoulders. The eyes closed. Anytime you can close your eyes and rest them, it's the best thing you can do for your eyes. And eventually come back to the center. Slide your arms overhead again. This time you're going to inhale and let your eyes flutter open. And as you exhale, pick up your arms, roll up, tuck the chin, reach for your block. So just activate the core. Keep reaching, stay here, keep breathing. Just a moment or two. Exhale right back down, the arms follow. Let's do that 2 more times, nice and slow. The slower you go, the harder you work. Like sequentially roll up 1 vertebra at a time and reach. And slowly roll back down. The more you tuck your chin, you can keep your neck out of the equation. And last time, rolling up, reaching. So just activating the core. Feel your low back flat against your mat. And exhale right back down. We're going to draw the right knee in and take a gentle clasp around your knee or behind the thigh. You might even walk your hands towards your ankle, maybe the bottom of your foot, and just squeeze your right thigh right against your belly. Big crunch in the right side of your body, massaging your internal organs, a few belly breaths. So not really even looking around, just a soft gaze. It's more like looking inside. Stay with the sensations that you feel. And when you're ready, tuck the chin, roll up, draw your forehead towards your knee. Squeeze up more than usual. And exhale right back down. Extend the legs straight up, interlace the fingers behind the thigh. Begin to point and flex your right foot. For nice and familiar openings, circle in one direction. And then the other, working out any kinks and pops. Good. And then squeeze the toes and spread them wide. Squeeze the toes and spread them wide. A few more times, point and flex. And then bend your knee deeply into the chest, walk your hands up your legs so the foot is parallel with the ceiling. It's like a lunge on your back, hold on anywhere. I like the left hand to the outer edge of the right foot. I extend my right arm out, but you can hold on anywhere. The idea here is to stretch the hamstring, the belly of the muscle, not behind the knee or the thigh. So deep knee bend, foot parallel to the sky, like a lunge on your back. Deeply massaging your internal organs on the right side. And when you're ready, slide the right hand up, hold the ankle or the outer edge of the foot, drop the knee way outside, half happy baby. So the foot parallel with the sky, good. Deep opening in the hip, the groin, the inner thigh. You can even tip and soften to the right. Maybe your knee rests on the floor. Deep sigh and breath, send it right into your hip and soften. Prana rides your breath, life force energy rides the breath. So use it, direct it right into the sensation that you feel, to dissolve, soften, move it through. Create space with your breath. Here we're going to navigate the right ankle over the left knee and open the right knee wide. Use your hand on your right thigh, press your thigh away. So the knee is opening way out to the side. Ankle over the left knee. And if you feel any tension in your knee, flex your right foot. Just pressing your right thigh away. Give your hip the signal you're coming in with a bigger movement. You can stay here or pick up the legs, draw them in, shoot the hand through that opening for the back of the thigh or around the left knee, and draw your legs in towards your body. Good. It's a sciatica stretch. Here you can maybe rock a little side to side. Explore the stretch with gentle movements. And if you feel like it, tuck the chin, roll up, draw your forehead towards your left knee. Ooh la la, get more compact. And exhale your head right back down. Extend the left leg straight up. Interlace your fingers behind the left leg. Flex the foot. So the leg is still crossed over. Good. It's almost like the number 4 in legs. And then bend the left knee. Place your leg back on the block. Release the right leg. Arms slide overhead. Stretch, reach, lengthen. It's like spinal lift on your back, lengthening, aligning your vertebra, aligning your chakras for practice. Tuck the chin, roll up, reach for your block, curl up around your navel, and exhale right back down. Left knee draws in when you're ready. Take a clasp, so switching sides. Here you can hold on to the shin, the ankle, maybe the bottom of the foot. Get super compact. A few belly breaths. Massaging the opposite side of your internal organs. Tuck the chin, roll up, forehead towards your knee. Squeeze up. And exhale right back down. The leg extends up, interlace your hands behind the thigh, point and flex. Circling. Moving your foot in any imaginable direction, working out kinks and pops. And then squeeze the toes and spread them wide. Squeeze the toes and spread them wide. A few more point and flex. And then flex the foot, bend the knee into the chest, walk your hands up the back of your leg somewhere. Holding on. Maybe the right hand to the outer edge of the left foot. So figure out what you like. It's going to put that beautiful stretch right in the belly of the hamstring, no tension behind the knee or the hip. Your knee is bent so deeply, again, big crunch on the left side of your internal organs. And when you're ready, slide the left hand up for the ankle, maybe the outer edge of the foot. Left arm out to the side, drop your right arm out to the side, drop your left knee towards the floor, maybe tip a little to even touch. Right ankle at the foot and ankle, right angle at the knee. Big sigh and breath, expand your belly into that big open space. Soften in the left hip, the left groin. Notice here if one side feels different than the other, just notice and honor that through your practice, that difference. We're going to navigate the left ankle across the right knee. Left knee opens to the side, press the thigh away. Checking in, giving your left hip the signal that we're coming in, deeper movement. Flex the foot if you have any tension in your knee. And when you're ready, draw the legs in, shoot the left hand through. Go for the back of the thigh or around the knee. Little rock from side to side to explore the stretch. The left hip. Tuck the chin, roll up, forehead towards the knee. And as you rest your head back down, extend your right leg straight up, flex the right foot. It's like the number 4. You might even push your left thigh away with your elbow. And then this time, just extend your left leg up with your right. Your hands are on your thighs for support. Alternately point and flex your feet, your ankles, pump the calf. This is a beautiful inversion, classically Viparita Karani, the legs up the wall, but we can do it freestyle like this. Good for circulation, good for varicose veins, fatigue in the feet and the legs, good for the complexion, a fresh perspective, circling. Let's send the arms up and circle the wrists, so straight up, just circle their ankles and circle the wrists all at once. Reverse directions. And then the palms to face, flex the feet. Just 10 times, we're gonna open the legs, open the arms wide, and inhale, draw everything back together. Nice and smooth. The idea here is to keep it even between the inner thighs and the arms. See if you can synchronize this movement, make it smooth and steady as you open, smooth and steady as you close the book. Go at your own pace. Working the hip joints, the shoulder joints at the same time. And ever so slightly, you can feel your belly is like drawing in naturally. You might even put ever so slightly a pull on the belly in towards the spine to really anchor and ground through the hip, sacral area, the core. And whenever you get there, I'm going to do one more. Whenever you get there, draw your legs, your arms together. Good. Interlace the fingers and press your palms straight up, stretching the knuckles. Interlace the fingers. Interlace the fingers with each other. Good. And then press straight up, really stretching the wrists, the knuckles, the hands should feel really good. And then bend your knees into your chest, soften the hands, big hug around your legs, rock side to side. Maybe your hands are still interlaced, the palms in towards your shins. Just massaging the low back, the sacrum. And coming back to the center. One hand on each knee, let your feet open wide, your knees open wide. And not really drawing your legs in, but rather straight out to the sides. Big inner thigh stretch, tuck the chin, roll up, look through your legs, really roll up. And now reach through your legs for your ankles, bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana on your back. And pull up, look through, holding onto the ankles, not to torque the feet. Elbows pressing the thighs open. Listen closely. As you rest back, open your feet wide. Let your hands just slide on your legs somewhere. Big wide ankle opening. Yep. Open the feet wide, the legs wide. Flex out the heels, the toes point down. Good. Maybe your hands are supporting the outside of your legs or just resting, not pressing, but resting on the inner thigh. Tuck the chin again, look through. And exhale right back down. Draw the feet in, draw the knees in, and just gently scoot your block off to the side. To one side, so you can still see good. And here, the knees right above the sacrum, your hands right on top of your knees. So the fingers pointed towards the feet, the arms are straight. And we're just going to circle the knees right above the sacrum. Feel that outer bony edge, massaging your low back. And so maybe you can tell we're going to work the core a little bit. I like to, when we think about overcoming obstacles with Ganesh, I think of stoking the fire of our personal will. This reverse direction, circling around the opposite direction. Building up the heat, building up the hara, building up our gumption to overcome whatever might be an obstacle in our path. Here we go. Extend the legs straight up. Make sure your block's way over your head. Legs straight up, arms overhead. So the right hand comes up to touch the left shin as the right leg goes down. Alternately touch the opposite hand with the opposite shin. Good. So opposite hand to opposite shin, and the other arm goes overhead. Overhead, good. Opposite, yeah, like that, good. Feet are pointed or flexed. Here you don't even count, we just do it. You can always take a break. Really pull the belly in to ground down through the low back, the hips. Legs are straight or bent. Again, slowly or quickly. Stoking the fire of the personal will, the Manipura chakra, right at the solar plexus. You might even start to visualize a fiery yellow right there, glowing, radiating. Again, pointing or flexing the feet. Give yourself a little variation. So good for hand-eye coordination, opposite hand to opposite shin. And obviously warming up the core. One more time, finish completely. Draw both knees in, give yourself a big hug. Deep breath here always feels good. Tuck the chin, roll up just so you can see. The hands can be anywhere. We're going to alternately bend and straighten one leg and the other. I like to rest my head down. Keep drawing the belly in and alternately straighten and bend one leg and then the other. Good, it's like bicycling. See if you can lower that straight leg. So see the straight leg is lower. Yeah, and bend the knee into the chest, a little or a lot, just experiment. You can always lift the head to take a look and see. Like bicycling as one leg lowers, the other leg draws into the chest. And then finish completely. Good. The knees draw in, one hand on each knee, and again, open the knees, the feet wide. Expand your belly into that big open space. Just relax. Then draw the knees in, last version of this. The legs go up, the arms go straight up. So here we're going to isolate the lower abdominals, really difficult to isolate. The knees can be bent or straight. So the legs, if it's hard to hold the legs up there, you can just do the knees. The arms are straight up, palms facing the legs. And you're just going to bring the legs in to touch your fingertips and back. So picking up the tailbone, curling up, the legs come in. Try not to use momentum. You can even just draw the knees in and back, but it's working the lower abdominals, curling up the tailbone and back. And you get the idea that the closer your hands are to your legs, the easier it is. And if you want more challenge, you're going to drop your hands back and roll up a little bit more. And you might be like, how does this relate to yoga? How does this relate to our poses? This is how we get into shoulder stand, half shoulder stand, plow. Those lower abdominals roll up and the legs go up and over. Really difficult to isolate and strengthen the lower abdominals. So try not to use momentum, just draw the toes in to touch your fingertips and back. Maybe just the knees. No counting here, just do it. You can always take a break. And one last time. And release the knees into the chest and just soften. Rock side to side. If it's available to keep your legs in close, you can lower the legs all the way to the floor and back to the middle. Lower all the way to the floor and back to the middle, spinal twisting. But do keep the legs close, mindful of the low back. Hands and arms can be anywhere for this. And the next time you roll to the left, roll all the way onto your left side. You're going to use your arm as a pillow. Just roll on your side so your arm is a pillow. We did this the other day, the clamshell. So the knees are bent, the feet are connected, and you're just going to inhale the right knee up and close the book. So the feet stay touching. Yep, just the knee goes up. Yep, and back down. So 10 of these. Draw the belly in, isolating in the hip, the glute. Feet stay touching. It's like a clamshell, just opening and closing. And last time. Good. You're just going to extend your right arm over your head, roll on your back to the other side. So now your right arm is the pillow, left hand in the front, bend the knees, the feet stay connected as you inhale the knee up and exhale back down. Just like a clamshell, opening and closing. We feel this in the hip, the glute, thigh. And last time. And close the book. This time, however you get there, just roll on your belly. You can bring your head towards the front of your mat. And we're just going to come into that super soft seal pose. So not too high, not too low. Gravitate your hands towards the corner of your mat and just gently press up. Not too high, not too low. Good. Like I want to be a little higher, but not too much. So you can always start fresh. Gentle squeeze to the glutes. The neck is long, so the gaze is slightly down. Thighs are firm, toes are gently pointed. Big squeeze to the kidneys and adrenals. Really nice back bend. And then slowly release. You're going to slide the left arm, the left palm is flat, slide it up above your head. The right palm slides down, so your pinky is right by your thigh. This is going to be a locust series, Salabhasana series. When you're ready, inhale just the right leg and just the left arm. Everything else, your forehead, your rest of your body on the floor, just the right leg, just the left arm. Think out more than up. Squeeze the glute. Straighten the leg, point the toe, reach out the fingertips, and release. You know where you're going to go. Just slide the right hand up. The left palm is down. Curl the tailbone under, and when you're ready, the left leg and the right arm. Really squeeze the glute to support your low back and your hamstring. Point the toe, straighten the leg, reach out the fingertips. One more breath. And
Release. Both hands slide down so the pinkies are right by your thighs. Point the toes, firm the thighs, curl the tailbone under. Inhale just the head and shoulders.
You're not going to go very far. Good. Just a little bit. The gaze is down. The neck is long. Using your back muscles. One more breath. Release.
Pause. Here we're going to put it together. Point the toes, firm the legs, curl the tailbone under. Keep your hands down. Inhale just the legs, the shoulders, the neck, the head.
Think out more than up, like the crown of the head reaching out, pointing your toes back. Maybe lift up your hands, reach back like flying. One more breath. Draw your hands around like a pillow, turn your head to one side, big toes touching, heels separated to release the sacrum. Deep breath. Feel that pulse or prana moving through your body. And bending the knees, you can windshield wiper your feet side to side, just releasing any tension in your lower back. And then coming back to the center, let your legs relax down. Extend your arms out to the side, like give the earth a hug. We did this last week. We're going to slide the right hand into the chest. The elbow is up and slowly roll to the left. Keep your left palm flat as you gently pick up your right foot and step it behind your left leg. If that's difficult for the back, you can always bring your right knee way up high towards your chest. Either way, you're opening in the deltoid, the pectoral. Big squeeze to the left shoulder blade. Good. And just savor the stretch. Slowly begin to unwind, rolling back to the belly, the chest, your forehead, arms out to the side, big hug to the earth, Mother Earth. And when you're ready, slide the left hand in. Take your time to roll over to the right. Navigate the left foot, stepping it behind the right leg. The right palm is flat on the floor, breathing into that big squeeze at the right shoulder blade, the front of the shoulder, the front of the chest.
And slowly release when you're ready. Navigating as slowly as you went into it. As you come out, back to the belly, the chest, the forehead, arms out to the sides. And here, stay here, firm the legs, point the toes. Curl the tailbone under, inhale the legs and the head again, this time with the arms out to the sides. Good. One more breath. And release. Hands come in, turn your head the opposite side, big toes touching, heels separated. Deep breath. And then bend the knees, windshield wiper your feet side to side. And then coming back to the center, the legs come down. Center your forehead, slide your hands to either side of your chest, and as you press up, sit back in a child's pose, whatever version that is for you. Now, since I do have that knee thing, if you ever have a knee injury, you can always keep that leg straight and just have the opposite leg bent. Many variations to still get the benefit, even if you have a knee that can't go into such deep flexion. Softening your forehead to the earth, bring awareness to your thoughts and send your breath into your low back, your hips, your thighs, your knees. And then sliding your hands to either side of your chest, slowly round that roll up. No rush or hurry as you find your knee pad. Never any rush or hurry. Eventually you'll find table pose and start to move through cat and cow. So set it up with the shoulders over the wrists, the elbow creases coming forward. Toes, the feet disappearing behind your thighs. Draw up with the belly for a flat back. And as you exhale, get round. And as you inhale, tip up, look up. Connecting your movement with breath, continually warming up your spine, alternately arching and rounding. And let your gaze come into your belly, your chest, and as you tip up, look up and over your head. So bringing your eyes into your poses. And then finish your movement completely. And then return back to neutral or table pose. Curl the toes under, sit back. You're going to step your hands out, find your maximum reach. Make sure you're still on your mat, coming up to downward dog. So here's your anatomical alignment. The hands and feet are in position. When you find this maximum stretch and reach, you can look forward, come up onto the hands and knees. You're in an arch, pivot the elbows in, you're in dog tilt, lift up the hips, and then soften the gaze down. The ears come in between the upper arms. The slow motion way to get into Adho Mukha Shavasana. Suction cup your hands into the mat, press down to the knuckles, fingers, like press the floor away to send your tailbone up and back. Bent knees takes the hamstrings out of the equation. Start to pedal it out. Drop one heel and then the other. So bending one knee and then the other. Just pedal it out. Full back body opener. Really suction cup the hands, straighten the fingers flat to the floor, palms pressing. That's your foundation. Everything in contact with the floor is your new foundation. So make it broad and stable. Good. And then walk your feet towards your hands towards your feet. Uttanasana. In fact, let's make it ragdoll. So open the feet wide, slightly pigeon-toed, bend the knees, soft arms, soft legs, and just hang out. The wider your legs are, your belly might be right in between your thighs as your spine cascades down towards the earth. Just dangle your head yes, and no, and yes again. Big sign breath, you can feel yourself dropping deeper into the pose, the forward fold. And if it's available, you can sweep your arms back, reach up for the sky, spread your fingers wide. Maybe even interlace your hands. See if you can squeeze the heel of the hands towards each other as the arms go up and over. You might even start tracking your gaze up the back wall. You might even look up the back of your legs. And then release your hands to the top of your thighs, right above your knees, and start to round up, roll out. Round up, roll up, head comes up last, a few shoulder rolls. Track your gaze so you don't get dizzy, stepping in. Good. And then reverse directions, roll the shoulders forward, down and back. And I'll do this with you. So stepping in, Ardha Chandrasana 1, big toes touching heels apart or slightly hip width apart, slightly pigeon-toed. Inhale the arms straight up. So here's that spinal lift, reach up, palms facing. And here you want to get the sensation in your ears or over your shoulders, over your hips, a softening in the knee, the tailbone drops effortlessly. And then interlace the fingers, the steeple pointing up. Inhale, and as you exhale, shift your hips to the left and lean to the right. Press down to the inside of the left foot. And you can look forward or even up under your left arm. Big side body opener. One more breath. Inhale back through the center. Exhale, the hips move to the right and the torso to the left. Press down to the inside of the right foot. Choose your gaze. And then inhaling back up. Same thing, only this time a variation. The right hand comes to the right thigh. This time look down your legs. Press down through the inside of the left foot. See your ankle, knee, wrist, shoulder, hip, all in alignment. As if you were in between two planes of glass. The left palm is facing the floor. Accelerate out your pinky. So that activates the underarm. That's a heart meridian. The pinky. Inhale, reach up and flow. You know where you're going to go. Left palm to the thigh. Inhale the right palm up. And exhale, lean, look down. See your alignment. As if you were in between two planes of glass. And then inhale to come up. Right arm under left, interlace for eagle arms. Yep. The forearms, the wrists, grabbing, holding somehow, some way. Start to gaze through your wrists, they'll disappear. And stick together on this. And just come into like chair pose, a little squat, that's it. Gazing through, pull the belly in. This is all solar plexus, Manipura chakra, abdominals. And then slowly drop the elbows, drop the chin. You're still in this little teeny squat, this little sit, the knees tracking right over the toes. And then inhale, stand up, straighten the legs. The elbows are parallel to the earth. This time you're going to squat, nice and easy. Pick up the right heel and just place the right foot on top of the left foot so the knees, the legs are in alignment.
Gaze right through your wrists. It's a variation of Garudasana, eagle pose. Still balancing, concentrate. Inhale, stand up, release. And again, from standing, drop the elbows, drop the chin. You might even get really round. Feel that opening right behind your heart. And then inhale to come up. Release the arms wide. Left arm comes under the right. So exactly that same thing. Start gazing through the wrists. Left arm under right. Drop the shoulders, the elbows, the chin. And bend the knees into a little teeny squat, a little sit. Pull the belly in. Keep the arms where they are, interlaced, but inhale, stand up with the legs, bring the arms, upper arms parallel, start gazing through the wrist. Back into the squat. Pick up the left heel and place the left foot on top of the right. So like squeezing the thighs in towards each other for balance. Draw the belly in. Gazing through the wrist, variation of eagle pose, Garudasana. Inhale, release, stand up, arms sweep up. Interlace your hands behind you. Squeeze the heel of the hands together. So you might just hang out here. Let's just start puffing up the chest, gazing up at the ceiling corner of the room. You might draw your arms back slightly. Big chest expander, shoulder opener. And now level the chin, soften the arms on the back body, step into the left foot and just lifting up the right, flex the right foot, gazing at a fixed point, and maybe draw your arms back. So activate the left glute, standing up, Tadasana in your standing leg. Crown of the head floating up. And release, you know where you're going to go. Step into the right foot and put it all together. Activate the glute, the standing leg, float the left leg up. Maybe draw the arms back. And release. Very good. Let's take a wide stance off your mat, one hand above each knee, and just drop one shoulder and look over the opposite shoulder. Track your eyes all the way to the corner. It should feel sublime. Just twisting it out, wring it out. And then coming back to the center, round up, roll up, heel toe in, and let's just come down to the mat. So however you get there, you're going to extend the legs straight out, flex the feet, Dandasana. So press down through the hands, press down through the back of the legs, flex the feet. And then soften, draw the right knee in, the right foot is flat. And just holding onto the knee, really lift up, sit up through the spine, press the sit bones down as the crown goes up. And then holding on with the left hand, inhale your right arm up and around. That really means open the chest and shoulder, place it behind you, and keep pressing out the left heel. You're going to feel your sacrum shift. So let your hips, left hip forward, right hip back, hook the left arm around the knee and just navigate into your twist. Make it sequential. Like the right hip goes back, the belly, the rib cage, the chest, the throat, the chin, the gaze. variation of Matsyendrasana, Lord of the Fishes pose. Here too, you want to feel like your spine is in a column, your ears over your shoulders, over your hips. And slowly unwind. Janu Shirshasana, just let the knee open, the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Here, inhale and turn. It's a little twist towards your extended leg. And reach out. Place the hands and start to navigate. I like to bend the knee, forehead to the knee. So if you have to bend your knee to get your forehead there, make that contact, the belly touching the thigh. Here too, your hands to the floor, maybe your right hand to the outer edge of your right foot. So find your pose. This is a twist to the left, external rotation in the right hip, and a forward fold. Janu Shirshasana, forehead to knee. Scan your body, start softening everywhere. And on your next breath, begin to release, slowly walking your hands back and up. Come back through Dandasana, extend the right leg, press down through the hands, the back of the legs, lift up through the chest, crown of the head. And when you're ready, draw the left knee in, take a clasp, press down as you lift up. Holding on with the right hand, inhale the left arm up and over. Think opening the chest and shoulder, place it around, hook the elbow around the knee, and navigate the left hip back. Make it sequential. The belly, the rib cage, the chest, shoulders, the throat, the chin. Keep flexing and pressing out your right foot. That's your anchor. Right foot super active, good. And tracking your eyes all the way to the left. So your anchor is the back of that right leg and that heel flexing. Sit bones and your back fingertips. Everything in contact with the floor. The left foot. One more breath. Start to unwind. Bring it back around. The knee opens, sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Flex out that foot, twist. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, sweep the hands right to the floor for support. Find your length and start to drop the forehead down. You might even bend your knee to make contact. Maybe holding on to that outer edge of the foot or anywhere. Keep leveling the shoulders in this twist. Send your breath into the sensation that you feel and soften there. Make adjustments. Start to soften everywhere into the pose, like sinking into it. And then take your time, release, and walking the hands back up. Here, extending out again to Dandasana, flex the feet, the hands. We're gonna lay back right from here, so make sure you're on your mat. Inhale the arms up. Just gazing out your fingertips, curl the tailbone under, wrap around the belly. as you lay it back one vertebra at a time, all the way. Back of the shoulders, the head and the arms are low down, the palms are up. Start to navigate your heels towards the corner of your mat. Shrug the shoulders under. Tuck the tailbone under. Extend the arms out a little further, the legs out a little further. Really spread out in Mahashavasana, our final relaxation pose. Just returning to your breath. Your eyes dropping way back into your eye sockets. Skin on your face melting out and down. You feel that pulse of prana moving through your body. Feel the spaciousness that you've just created in your body, particularly at your solar plexus, the Manipura chakra. Manipura means jeweled city, and the jewel is your self-identity. Sat Nam, I am. And it takes that personal willpower to overcome, forge ahead, navigate, make decisions, propels us down our life path. Fiery yellow radiating at your solar plexus. And on this auspicious day, the destroyer of all obstacles, Lord Ganesh, I am, I can. Radiate in your own power right here at the power chakra. And you can feel it, it's a radiating energy, Samana Vayu, right there at the solar plexus. A few belly breaths. Taking in a deeper breath. Start to wriggle your fingers and toes. This time we're going to slowly draw the right knee into the chest. Gentle clasp, gentle squeeze in. And then release, extend the leg back out. And draw the left knee in, super soft feet, soft arms. Just draw it in, gentle squeeze. And then bringing that left foot to the floor, slowly roll over onto your right side. Using your arm as a pillow, the top hand on the floor for support. Resting Buddha. And when you feel ready, slowly begin to press up. Let your head hang heavy and just feel your way back up to your favorite seated posture. And then use your breath to sit up effortlessly tall. And slowly draw your hands together in front of your heart. The thumbs gently pressing right there at your heart center. And allow yourself to transition from this practice. See if you can make this feeling last into the next hour, maybe the rest of the evening or even into tomorrow. Softening the corners of your mouth, bathe yourself in a gentle smile. Give yourself thanks for devoting this time to your practice. Thank you for coming and sharing your energy so we can practice together. And the light within me bows to the light within you. And I thank you for your practice. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for coming.
Just
So good. Okay, I'm so glad. Well, one thing I've learned a long time ago is we have like a cosmic consciousness, of course, but like how we feel. And so, sometimes we do a little more activity, we have a little more energy, or sometimes it's less. Sometimes people are like, Marnie, I didn't feel like coming to practice. I said, nobody felt like coming to practice today. But we show up and know that when you feel like that, I feel like that too, so it's going to be more chill. Or if, God, I feel like really working more. I feel like, so we do more, you know what I mean?
Totally.
It's always like that. I learned a long time ago, I used to have a plan and like double hip replacement would show up. So like plan is out the window. I just go with how we feel. So that's why hopefully it always hits the spot because we feel like so similar and especially this time of day. It's like arms, like shoulders and hips, all that, just that little effort and back bending
Mhm.
and the solar plexus help.
So good. That was so yummy.
Yeah, it's like, it feels good to be strong.
Very good, thank
Wonderful.
you.
And yeah, I think of these celebrations in India. And you were in India,
I
were you there for
was.
big festivals?
Oh my gosh, I think I was there for Holi.
Is that where the colors?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I didn't participate though, because we were with families and stuff, so long story short, I didn't get a chance to do the Holy Festival in the actual.
Hey, long story short, I think that guy's toxic.
Yeah, exactly. Next time I